This is a video tutorial on how to complete the planner for the English 102 Persuasive Research Report. When you go into the content under the Persuasive Research Report, which is located in Unit 3, you will see the Research Report Planner. When you click on that, you'll see the document. You can't type on the document as it's listed here in D2L, so you'll need to download that document. If you're using a product other than Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or other word processing program, you can certainly type this information on your own. Let me try this again. Okay, so the document explains what you're going to include in your introduction. So you're going to want to read that information and then replace it with your actual information. This is an opportunity for you to actually type out your first paragraph. So you would go ahead and use complete sentences to explain, to get the reader's attention, to explain the purpose of the report, basic background information needed to understand what the issue is, set up your thesis statement, and end with that preview sentence where you actually will list the supporting reasons or topics that you'll include in your report. So you'll basically write out the first paragraph in paragraph form. The next part of the planner is space for you to deal with each section of your report. These headings, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as many as 6, correspond to your topics or your reasons that support your thesis. So you must have at least 4 and up to 6 supporting topics. Please make sure that you actually type the topic here on the planner. Don't leave this blank. So for example, if you are looking at the benefits of flexible work schedules, one of the supporting reasons might be better retention of employees. So actually type that on the planner. Then there is space for you to provide the supporting points. So this would be information from your various sources that would pertain to that particular topic. Please be specific. Don't just give a general heading or term. Please give the specific fact, statistic, or concept. And beside that concept, please include the citation so that you can tell from your planner where you got each piece of information from. So if this first supporting point came from the article by Brown, written in 2016, you would actually put that information here in your citation. Try to paraphrase the information as opposed to directly quoting it. But if you do need to directly quote on your planner, please put quotation marks around the part that is directly copied. And then in your citation, in addition to having the author's last name and the year, you will also need to have the paragraph number, or if it's clear from the citation that you have for that particular article, you could also put the page number. But please don't use page number if it's something from the internet or something that is in HTML format and it just says pages 1, 2, 3. You need to know the page in the journal in which it was first published. So generally, you probably will use paragraph. There's spots here for 3 supporting points. That's just a guide. Please put as much information as you have. I also want to see that in each section you are using more than one source. So if for this particular heading all I see is information from Brown, That is not acceptable. You want to use multiple sources to support each of your supporting topics. So I should see at least two, hopefully more than that, sources used for each of your topics. So you would do the same for each of your topics. If for some reason you need to put more detail than what's listed there, you can add another level to this outline and give, additional detail. Again, I do want the citation there. So citations for every piece of information, and the information does not have to be written out in sentence format. It can be listed as basically talking points, but please be specific. So you'll be expanding this section greatly. This report is fairly lengthy, so you need to put in as much information as you have. If you only have 4 topics, that is the minimum that is required, and that's sufficient, then you can delete sections 5 and 6 here, but they are here for you if you do have 5 or 6 topics. Please do not add more than 6 topics. That is the maximum. And then the last part of your planner is the conclusion, and this is an opportunity again for you to actually write out your final paragraph. Again, read the description of what should be included in your conclusion, and then go ahead and write that out in sentences, and just as you plan to use in your final paper. So basically, the introduction will be written out as a paragraph. Your body paragraphs, your headings, your topics will be in outline format, and then your conclusion will be a complete paragraph. Hopefully this will help you as you are creating the planner for the Persuasive Research Report.